Mat Armstrong stood on top of a £6 million Bugatti Chiron Pur Sport and stomped through the windscreen. On purpose. fxalexg was standing right there watching. What makes this moment unbelievable is that fxalexg was the one who told him to do it.
Smash it, you cannot do that!
The first stomp cracked the glass. Mat immediately panicked. Oh no, the mirror inside! He had just damaged the rearview mirror mounted to the windscreen. fxalexg didn't seem bothered at all. He looked at Mat and told him to do it again for good luck. So Mat stomped harder, more cracks spread across the glass. fxalexg stood there nodding in approval. This wasn't random destruction for views. This was a deliberate message aimed straight at Bugatti after they blacklisted the car and refused to sell parts. And this moment changes everything about the rebuild. Before we continue, hit the subscribe button. fxalexg posted the clip on Instagram. Mat standing on the purple Chiron. The windscreen was already damaged from the original crash, but it was still holding together. These windscreens are engineered to survive impacts at over 250 miles per hour. They don't fail easily. Mat lifts his boot. fxalexg nods. Mat stomps. The laminated safety glass spiderwebs instantly, but doesn't collapse. You can hear Mat react immediately. He forgot about the mirror attached inside the glass. Most Bugatti owners would be devastated. A replacement mirror alone could cost thousands. fxalexg doesn't react at all. Mat checks the damage. The mirror is now loose, barely hanging in place. fxalexg looks at it calmly and tells Mat to go again, just once more. Mat doesn't hesitate. He stomps a second time. The cracks spread across the entire windscreen. Glass crunches beneath his boot. fxalexg approves. Perfect. This entire exchange was filmed and posted publicly. Permanent footage that Bugatti and the entire automotive world can see. On the surface, it looks like dramatic content, breaking an already damaged windscreen for attention. But what's really happening goes much deeper. According to fxalexg, Bugatti leadership had already contacted him, asking him to send the car back to France. That alone shows how serious the situation was. Bugatti does not want independent builders successfully rebuilding blacklisted Chirons without factory support. It sets a precedent they can't control. Once that door opens, it becomes impossible to close again. Now fxalexg is publicly encouraging Mat Armstrong to destroy Bugatti components on camera and posting it online. This isn't just a broken windscreen, it's a public statement. A message that says, I don't need factory permission to rebuild my own car. And by putting it online, it guarantees that message can't be ignored or quietly handled behind closed doors. The fact that fxalexg told Mat to stomp again reveals something important. He has fully committed to the independent rebuild path. There is no plan to repair the relationship with Bugatti. That door is closed. Whatever happens next, it will happen without factory help, guidance, or approval. This moment is dangerous for Bugatti's brand image. Their entire identity is built on exclusivity, precision, and treating cars like priceless art. Owners are expected to treat these vehicles with extreme care. Climate-controlled garages, white gloves, careful transport, everything is designed to project perfection. Now there is permanent video of someone standing on a Chiron Pur Sport and deliberately cracking the windscreen while laughing about interior damage. That image directly clashes with everything Bugatti wants the public to believe about their cars and their owners. From Bugatti's perspective, this confirms their worst fears. That independent rebuilds won't meet their standards. That the cars won't be treated with reverence. That allowing parts sales would turn hypercars into regular project cars handled outside their control. This video gives Bugatti justification to continue refusing parts. They can point to this footage and say this is exactly why we don't support independent rebuilds. To them, this clip becomes evidence, not entertainment. Any chance of cooperation is gone. But here's the context most people are missing. fxalexg already knew Bugatti wouldn't help. The refusal was final. The relationship was already broken before Mat even arrived, so fxalexg made a strategic decision. If Bugatti won't cooperate, there's no reason to act carefully for their approval. There's no incentive to protect a relationship that no longer exists. The windscreen was already scheduled for replacement. It was badly damaged in the original crash. Destroying it further doesn't actually make the repair harder. It was coming off anyway. The damage was already done long before Mat ever stepped on it. So the real question isn't why destroy it. The real question is why document it so publicly. This is about setting expectations. From the very beginning, fxalexg and Mat are telling the audience that this rebuild will not meet factory standards. Not because they don't care, but because factory support doesn't exist. When the finished car uses aftermarket glass, fabricated components, and non-original parts, they can point back to this moment and say, "We warned you from the start." The calm reaction to the damaged mirror shows a mindset shift. Most owners would panic over every broken part. fxalexg has accepted that this rebuild will involve breaking things and finding creative solutions. Without that mindset, the project would stall instantly under pressure. Mat's reaction shows the contrast. He still understands the consequences. Every broken part adds another problem. Bugatti parts aren't easy to source. That mirror isn't a simple replacement. It likely includes electronics, sensors, and custom mounting designed specifically for the Chiron. Now it's another challenge to solve, added to an already long list. And that list will only keep growing as the rebuild goes deeper and more parts are removed. But fxalexg isn't focused on individual parts anymore. He's focused on the bigger picture, making it clear that this project won't be controlled by brand prestige or manufacturer pressure. The goal is progress, not perfection. This moment achieves several things at once. It tells viewers this won't be a gentle restoration. It creates controversy that drives attention. It protects the project from future criticism. And it reinforces Mat Armstrong's image as a builder who isn't intimidated by exotic cars, no matter the price tag. Most importantly, it establishes a clear narrative. Bugatti refused support, so independent builders are forced to find their own way forward. Every broken part becomes part of that story, and every workaround becomes proof that the rebuild can continue without factory involvement. This rebuild is no longer just technical, it's symbolic, a public challenge to manufacturer control over ownership and repair. Each episode from here will push that message further as new obstacles appear. The stomped windscreen isn't pointless destruction. It's a declaration that this car will be rebuilt regardless of blacklists or approval. fxalexg has chosen his side. He's backing Mat Armstrong, not Bugatti headquarters. And there's no turning back now. Subscribe and turn on notifications. See you in the next one.